Today we are talking about making your own laundry detergent and taking control of your ingredients. So welcome to my homestead. I'm Catherine, and everything we do here is little bits of heaven. If you guys have been following us on Dirt Patch Heaven Facebook page, then you guys have already met my daughter Sienna. So can you say hi to our friend Sienna?
Hello.
So she's going to help me making laundry detergent, and in fact she does a lot around the homestead. And she's my partner in crime and my sidekick around here. So I already make a ton of soap. I know that I already did a soaping video. So I have in the past made laundry soap, and this is a 100% pure coconut oil soap that I added some borax to. I tend to stay away from coconut oil soap being heavy or 100% coconut oil, because coconut oil itself can be very drying. It's also extremely cleansing, so that's perfect fit for doing laundry. So I've been making our own laundry soap for many years, as I stayed away from it just out of convenience for a while, and we are finding ourselves being drawn back to it. Do you want to shred this?
Sure.
Okay, so here is the soap, and here is the shredder. So you do want to make sure that you shred it fine. Be careful with your fingers. You can do it there. And what I would do if I were you is I would hold it like this. Okay, so you tell me when you get tired. So, and you can set this all the way down on the bottom there.
Like this?
Yep. Good job. So, a huge portion of our homesteading journey has really been about control, as I'm somewhat of a control freak, self-admitted, and I really like knowing what's going into and onto our bodies, and that includes things like laundry detergent. So because as you're wearing clothes, it's really intimate and close and on your skin, and if you're putting harmful chemicals onto your laundry, you're also transferring that onto your bodies just through daily wearing. So tell me if you're having any issues, okay?
Okay.
So, and this can be as simple or as complicated as you want to make it. So most typically I see this recipe include 3 ingredients, and it's usually either a Fels naphtha. I've seen Zote soap used in this too, as neither of them are considered a soap or a detergent, and none of the ingredients here are considered soap or detergent either. So we have the 20 Mule Team Borax, and borax is a mineral. It's also a natural replacement for all fabric bleach. It's also a natural water softener. So for those of you who have hard water, myself included, we are heavy on the minerals in our water. So this is a good additive to your laundry. Even if you're not making your own detergent, you can add this to your water to make it softer. The third ingredient would be washing soda. And you can actually make your own washing soda by putting baking soda into the oven at 400 degrees. I'm not exactly sure how long it has to cook. I just prefer to buy it by the box. I think this is $2–3 at any big box store. Same with the borax. These 3 ingredients here, the 2 full boxes and a couple bars of soap, will give my family enough detergent to last through the entire year. So rather than using Fels naphtha or Zote soap, I prefer to use my homemade coconut oil soap. And the reason is because it's a true soap, where the Fels naphtha is also considered a laundry booster. And so I like the idea, maybe it's just me in my head, it makes me feel better knowing that there's an actual soap involved. You can also add other items to it, depending on how fancy you want to get. I'm not huge on scents. I go back and forth on how I feel about this, but you can always add scent crystals to your detergent if you're one who likes it to have a certain odor. You can pick whatever detergent or whatever scent crystal you want so that you can customize the fragrance of your detergent. Another additive that I've seen people add is OxiClean. So, and that's pretty self-explanatory. Everybody knows what OxiClean is, but it's also one that will help remove stains. So, and that is the point of the baking soda, or washing soda as well. It's highly alkaline, and it will tackle tough stains like blood, grass, tea. So that's the purpose of this in your soap. How's it going, kiddo?
Good. And also, the laundry soap is good because that will save you some money if you don't like have regular laundry.
It is
things.
definitely a money saver, yes. So this one bucket here will last us about 6 months, and definitely a savings. Oh.
Yeah, I think you should.
You want me to? Okay, so I'm going to grind this for a little bit. And this is definitely the hardest part. It does the most labor intensive. Aside from this, all you do is you pour your ingredients into a bucket and stir. I forgot a spoon. Can you get a big wooden spoon for us to stir?
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
I'll just be back.
she'll be back. I started most of this journey on homesteading and trying to disconnect from potentially harmful chemicals, primarily because of Sienna. I was already a mom to 2. They were older when she was born. Thank you, babe. You can set it here for now. They were 11 and 9 when Sienna came into our lives. She's our bonus baby. So she's our surprise and our blessing and a miracle for sure. But she was born 9.5 weeks early. And just after we brought her home, we experienced the coldest temperatures I have ever experienced in my adult life. And we had a wind chill, our temperatures felt like 25 below. And our pipes froze solid for 4 days. And it was really scary having this newborn infant. She was born 9.5 weeks early, so I was really struggled to breastfeed, which is an odd topic to talk about while doing laundry detergent. But so we were dependent on formula and bottles. We were doing fabric diapers, so we were heavily dependent on running water. And so that was a very scary experience. And I started to realize how dependent we were on a fragile system. And because I had this little infant in my care, I started really researching what our options were, looking for alternatives, looking for ways to do it ourselves and reduce potentially harmful chemicals. And really, I was looking for skills. I realized that not only was our system fragile, but I myself was fragile. I didn't really possess a whole lot of skills, and that became extremely scary for me. And so I went on a mission to learn. And so we have been dedicated the last 5 years to learning all sorts of things. What's your favorite thing around the homestead to make?
I think some food.
Okay. What about bread? Is that one of your favorites?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you
I
love
love making it with you.
You love making bread with me. I love making bread with you too. Okay. So we are almost done.
And also this came from the Dining on the Dime cookbook.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, we did get the recipe. This is my favorite cookbook, and it has all sorts of helpful tips outside of just cooking. There's a section Sienna was flipping through as we were looking for this recipe. And what is it that you want to make next?
Edible Play-Doh, which is really good because you get to play and eat.
I like that idea. I'm all about playing and eating, huh? Oh, and I'll put a link for Dining on a Dime in the description. I think it's below on this one. I get confused between here and Facebook. Facebook is up above, YouTube's down below. So once you get this shredded, and like I said, this is by far the most labor-intensive portion of the making laundry soap process. I'm not sure if you could run this through a food grater. I tend to try and keep my food items and my cleaning items separate just for my own peace of mind. Okay. And when I get down to a nub, I'm not interested in grating off my fingertips, so I just stop here.
How much you make?
You can peek.
Smells kind of good.
Yeah. I do have bars of this coconut oil laundry detergent in our Etsy store. I'll also put a link to that in the description. So from here, it's really easy. So you want to use, typically they recommend, I think it's 1.5 bars of the Fels naphtha. I'm just going with 1 bar of my coconut oil laundry soap. And then it's half a box of the washing soda. Oop, we should probably bust it up a little bit there. So I see we've got some people here watching. How about you guys? Do you guys make laundry detergent? And so I'd love to know what you do and if you're doing your process a little different. I tend to, you can do some different options here. There's a liquid laundry detergent using the same ingredients, but you use hot water and kind of melt them and it turns almost into like a jelly-like substance. I've done that a lot. I found that I kind of like the powdered. I can keep it on the top of my dryer and not worry too much about it. And I can make larger quantities and just let it sit. Could you do me a favor, kiddo, and break up, see these big clumps?
With my hands?
You can break it up with your hands. There's nothing wrong with this. This
Feels
is just
kind of like sand.
kind of does feel like sand, huh?
Oh, it's hard.
It is hard. I think I've had this sitting on, I tend to buy these in bulk, just like most everything. So when I go to the store, because I don't want to be grabbing these, even though this is a whole year, I tend to buy 2 or 3 years worth of soda and borax just to have. The borax we use for other purposes as well.
Like me making slime a lot.
That's what I was going to say, is like her making slime. So, borax is actually used not in the United States, but in other countries as a food additive because it does make a jelly-like substance. And so I understand in caviar in other countries, you can often find borax. Yeah.
It's like snow, like hard, really sandy snow.
It kind of is. So, and I understand that borax is now replacing mercury in some countries in the gold mining process to actually retrieve the gold. And so I'm not sure how that process works, but as I was researching what the benefits of borax are, that came up in my research and I just found it kind of interesting.
I think I need to make this piece of it.
You can use the spoon. That works.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm going to dump some more in. Hopefully it mostly comes out as powder.
Hopefully.
Look out below.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah, that was a big chunk, huh?
Oh.
Here, I'm going to use the spoon for a second.
Okay. Wait! Oh, I got these. Finally.
Alright. Okay. So I think we're almost at halfway through the box here. Whoop! I dumped some on your hand. Sorry.
Oh, it's a lot of big pieces.
So, and you do want to make sure that you... Oh, okay. So, borax also works as ant poison. Oh, that's good to know. So, question, does the soap... is it harsh on colors and does it eliminate strong labor-intensive odors? So it is not harsh on colors. In fact, borax is known as a natural alternative to color-safe bleach. And so we've been using this for years. I don't notice any fading of our colors. It's not been harsh. My husband and I own a steel business, so we get really greasy, really oily, really dirty. And it totally eliminates all the odors and grease from our clothing. Here, I'm going to use this. And so you want to back up for just a second? Okay, we'll see if we can bust this up.
I'm just going to sit back.
That works for me. So you do want to break up all these little clumps that do show up, just because you want a nice, fine, finished product.
I can do the rest.
You want to do the rest?
This is kind of fun.
Is it fun? I think making anything with you is fun.
Making like food and stuff is fun. You should still teach me how to cook.
We're working on teaching her how to cook.
We should do some videos so we can show you guys what we could cook.
There you go. Would you guys like to see videos with Sienna learning how to cook? Let us know in the comments below, please. So her favorite is making bread. Maybe we can make bread for our friends. So we make a truly no-knead bread that is by far the easiest bread I have ever made. In fact, when I found this recipe and tweaked it to what works for me, we got rid of our bread maker because it was just silliness. So,
Breaking this piece up.
okay. Are you ready for the borax?
After all of these are clumped up or what?
Here, we're just going to start adding some borax. And it tends to be pretty soft. It doesn't clump up like the washing soda does.
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
The baking powder or something.
That's good to know that borax is also used as an effective ant poison. I did not know that, so we'll try that out next summer and see how it goes. So really, that's it. So let's see, cookies and bread. Off-Grid Lifestyle would like us to make cookies and bread.
That sounds fun. Also comment down below if we should show you guys how to make like some spaghetti or something.
Okay. We can do that too.
Okay, spaghetti sounds fun.
Tonight for dinner we're having rabbit tacos, and I just started keto. I'm on day 6 of the keto way of eating. And so the family will have standard tacos, and I'm going to make cheese taco shells. I've never done that before. I thought about doing it on video, but I figured I should probably try making something at least once before I do it on video, because frequently things don't always work out for me, and I like to experiment a lot, so it's best to experiment and then show you guys after I've experimented at least once, so it's not a total disaster. So, can I mix it up real fast? So we still have a little bit of work to do here, but I wanted to show you guys. It is a little clumpy, so we'll continue plugging away at it. Can you? Oh, there we go. So that's really it. And what we'll do is, as we break up the clumps, is I'll just go ahead and add another layer of the washing soda and the borax. And I am probably going to add some OxyClean to ours, just so that it's got some extra boost to the powder itself. So I thank you guys for joining us. As always, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And also leave suggestions on what you'd like to see us make that is homestead related. So Thursday, we're going to do another show Thursday. And we'll do bread for you on Thursday. So I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for joining us, friends. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.